Hey there, folks. Hope you're doing well today. Today, we wanted to show you the face of an immigrant because if the right had their way, they would make them out to be some big, scary boogeyman. But in reality, immigrants are America, as we're going to see here. I want you to meet Kai. She came to America to pursue an education, and through doing so, fell in love with a country, a culture, and embraced all of it. And now, after achieving this education, instead of being able to use it here to make American society better, she's being deported. Take a look.
By the time this video is up, I will be boarding a one-way flight out of the US because I'm basically getting kicked out. And honestly, this is a scary and crazy experience when that is all you see around you. But before you know it, it's like, tag, I'm it, and I am getting deported. I mean, I have been legally living in the US for the past 7 years since I was 17. I moved here from Myanmar alone to Wisconsin, which was such a big culture shock. And throughout my time at UW-Madison, I was on an F1 student visa. And after that, I was on an OPT when I moved to Austin. But then towards the end of the OPT, my country was going through a civil war. And so the US gave us a TPS, which is like a temporary protected status. And unfortunately, even though the civil war is still going on, they did revoke the TPS status. And that is basically why I'm getting kicked out.
And so there we see that Kai did things the right legal way, and that America removed her temporary protected status and is now sending a young 26-year-old woman back to a country that's going through a civil war. And again, let's remember the United States educated her, prepared her to succeed in life, and then kicked her out. We said, you know what, we don't need your skill set. Why don't you just go ahead and leave? What we're seeing is the United States shooting themselves in their foot. The economy needs educated, well-trained people. And hell, I think there's even a crisis among young men who are desperate for women. So yeah, let's just boot out the educated women. That makes a lot of sense.
Anyways, they gave us 8 weeks after the announcement to pack our lives up, and honestly, I don't even know how to process it. I am really trying my best. But at the end of the day, I do believe this is happening for my highest good. Even though this is all stressful, it is not easy. And while there are potentially other options I could have done, like maybe applying for asylum, getting a job that would sponsor me, at this point, I kind of give up. And I see this as a chance for me to go explore the world, go be free, and you know what? I'll take it. And don't get me wrong, I'm still very grateful for the life I got to experience living in the US. Like, I got to go to a good college, experience the American culture, and even got the opportunity to pursue my dream of being a full-time content creator. And I honestly think if I were to stay back at home, this all would not have happened, you know? I also got to meet such beautiful, diverse humans here, and I got to form such deep connections that I will also be really grateful for.
And so Kai is demonstrating one of the best traits to have, especially one that will lead to success in life. Adaptability. Change is constant, and the ability to adapt to change is priceless. She also touches on a lot of different ideas about how much she loved American culture and about the experience she had meeting so many diverse people. And that's it. That's America. The opportunity to better yourself, to educate yourself, and to do so in one of the most diverse places on the earth. Or at least that's what it used to be.
This entire experience has been a whirlwind of emotions, of grief, of anger, disappointment, sadness, jealousy. But also, I feel open, I feel curious, I feel excited. It has been truly such a journey, and as they say, the only constant in life is change.
And so there we see that Kai is very grounded and in touch with her emotions, both the negative and the positive. And it's important that she's touching on her grief, the loss that she's experiencing, because it's important to grieve properly. If you don't, it can have severe consequences. But also really ending on this positive note, talking about feeling open and curious and excited, really demonstrating that adaptability, while also remaining very in tune with herself. And so, while Kai doesn't deserve to be deported and definitely deserves to continue the life she's creating here, we can see that she's going to be successful wherever she goes. leaning on her experiences, her education, the culture she was exposed to that she's going to carry on within herself and share with others. But for other immigrants, it's not as easy. If you have kids and those kids have been going to school and have friends, all that is torn apart. Or if you've had a career for an extended period of time, again, just lost overnight. But this is the part that should sit with us. Not because Kai's story is rare, but because it isn't. We invest in people, we benefit from their labor, their ideas, their humanity, and then decide they're disposable. If this is what doing it the right way leads to, then the system isn't broken by accident, it's working exactly as designed.
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom.